show is proudly brought to you by Audio Pub. Hello Neil, how are you?
Well, Anthony, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I've just had an easy day here, Neil. Stress-free. Morning show went perfect.
Yeah.
It was exactly as I had planned. I had planned for 10 minutes of silence, just to confuse people.
Yeah, well, apparently that was successful because Michael Ray messaged me and said, check out the first 10 minutes and see the entertainment in the comments.
I saw him messaging you from the alley
Yeah.
where he normally is. How are you, Neil? What's been going on, man?
Oh, just
Gigging.
occasional gigs and life in general. And life.
How was your gig last night?
It's great.
At Le
Paris.
Paris?
Was it Le Chat de Paris?
Le Gâteau? What is
we shouldn't try, should we?
Bonjour. Welcome to
we just mutilated French language.
Neil.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Paris Cat in the city, Melbourne City, and
that was with Pickpocket.
With Pickpocket.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Got some folks down there.
Yeah. It was a funny night because it was one of those nights where we were setting up and we did sound check and there was like 4 people in the audience, and it was like 5 minutes to showtime. And I said to one of the horn players, I'm going to go and stand in the alleyway, and when I get back this room better be full. And a lot of people turned up at the last minute, and which is
looks
really
like he got on the phone.
Yeah, because we thought most of the Melbourne jazz audience was down watching Pat Metheny last night.
No, I forgot he was on.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to. Pat Metheny came out here in the 80s, I think, and he didn't come out until a couple of years ago. And I always used to say, I love Bright Size Life. I've had that. It's a great record.
Yeah.
And I thought, if he ever comes out, I'm going to go see him. And of course, I haven't gone to see him yet.
No.
But
I was going to go, but look, very subjective. Like when you see the price of tickets and what sort of value you think it is. When the tickets first went on sale, it was like $200 plus in not a very good section of the venue.
Is that right? And that's expensive, considering.
You know what? I went to Bird's Basement and saw John Schofield for $60 to $80.
That's a good deal.
And I mean, you probably spend up over $200 by the time you bought drinks and food and gotten on it. But I thought, oh, wow, really? Why can't he just do the working man's venues? You know?
What did he turn up here with? A full band?
Pat Metheny?
Yeah.
It was a trio.
Just a trio?
Yeah. Having said that, apparently it was pretty amazing. I think the bass player was an Australian female bass player, or Australian origin, I think. Yeah. Can't remember her name now. But,
not Tal Wilkenfeld.
Not her, no.
She's coming out soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have you heard her original music in the last year?
I've heard 1 or 2 tracks. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's different to fusion, isn't it? It's like a Fiona Apple inspired 90s
very much
kind of thing.
Very Fiona Apple.
It's classy, isn't it? Yeah.
Well spotted, Neil.
Thank you. I know my 90s.
It's definitely not like me. I'm like a teacher on vacation, no class. Thank you. All right. Now, Neil, we have some people on. Michael Ray's been waiting all day.
Michael, sorry we're late.
Sorry, Michael. Hopefully we've got audio at the moment. Did you enjoy my little trick this morning, Michael? That was deliberately planned. What happened is that I have a special filter on my desk, and it's called the left wing extremist filter. So things like if a certain show from the ABC comes out, it cuts the sound straight away.
Right.
And Nigel was getting a bit carried away. And it just
was it Trump stuff? Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Trump is. Don't get Michael Ray started. Trump is sometimes. How have we gotten onto this, Neil? We should have a beer.
Yeah.
And I'll talk. Let's have a beer and talk Trump.
Because this will help us stop talking about politics.
This will help me stop talking altogether. This is Ben Spoke.
Ben Spoke
from
Griffin. Canberra. Yes, Canberra. I'm very familiar with this.
Ooh, this is one of these big mouth things. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, watch out there.
My brother-in-law.
Yes.
Owns a specialist beer shop in Canberra.
Does he? Oh wow. What's his name?
His name is Tim Rashid.
Oh, cheers there.
Big shout out to
you've just gone a little opening.
I'm going to fix it.
That's cool.
Shout out to the Page Bottler.
Shout out to the Page Bottler. Hello, sir.
That's where you get all fine beers. And now we're on camera and live on camera. I'm really nervous about taking the rest of this lid off now. So you do it this way now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
I was just about to say...
Oh my god!
Wow, this is not portable, is it? This is not. This is really
leave it for the kids.
This really open top is really bad for the tram, isn't it?
Yes. Well, I think it's designed so you can drink 4 or 5 of them in about 15 minutes.
It's very good, though.
It's very tasty. Shout out to Ben Spoke. We've got some folks on. Michael Webb says, good afternoon, guys. Hello, Michael Webb. Michael Reyes on, good afternoon, gents. Subtitles at the ready. Yes, we will be ready. I'll double check the audio right now. Let's have a look. We're looking good. Yeah, we had a little bit of maybe a short out this morning.
Yep.
And boy, did it go out. And just as Nigel was raving on about anarchy in the UK or something like that, how life was better being a punk back then, cut it off. But anyway, we'll do a filtered version, a chopped version. Back to Trump.
Yep.
Trump, a little bit left, a little bit right. He's all over the place.
A little bit left.
A little bit. How does he? You do a Trump?
No, I can't. I can. You know who does it great? Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, does he? Oh,
his Trumpisms. So good.
There's some. He's there to be done. So now, Neil, enough Trump. We've got you here for blues. In case you're not sure, or you've been sleeping under a rock for the last couple of years, Neil is here in Melbourne and he plays a lot. He's in Hawker Heights.
My band. Yep.
Pickpocket.
Craig's band.
What's the Off the Leash?
Off the Leash is
Tower of Power covers band.
Yep. Which
the Jerry Cortez from Tower of Power himself.
Yeah, he knows about it, doesn't he?
He does. He endorsed it. He gave it the stamp of approval.
It's heartwarming. Thank you, Jerry, if you're watching.
So nice.
Jerry, I saw Jerry. He had his Gibson acoustic out on Facebook this morning, and he was playing Blackbird.
Oh right.
Beatles Blackbird. And
nice.
As you probably know, if you work in a guitar store and people come in on the acoustics and it's like, oh my god, Blackbird all day.
Yeah.
I could listen to him do Blackbird all day.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
Really was he doing a special Jerry style version?
It looked like a pretty straightforward. The guitar was doing the guitar part.
Yes.
He sings a little bit like James Taylor.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard him say. All right, I've got to tune into. I've missed that one.
Yeah.
I've been watching my
G'day, Jerry.
Facebook stuff. Hello, Jerry. Shout out. Now, Neil, today I thought we're going to have this. Hopefully, this won't short us out. Get up there, Panda.
Come on, Panda. Whey.
Yeah. This is why I was about to do an announcement.
Oh, is this like Triple M rocks football?
Neil Boland. Minor Blues.
Calder Park Raceway, December 19.
Calder Park. Oh my
Sorry,
god.
Eastern Creek for those
Eastern Creek. Panda, get up there. Come on, get up. Get up there. Come on, get up. Whoa. Yeah. All right. Normally she'll sit on one of the processing units and just short it out. So we'll blame Panda for this morning. Now, Neil, talk to me about minor blues. Is it the same if I took a blues in A, okay, is it the same thing? So if I have my blues in A, it would be a 1-4-5, an A, a D, and an E. Can I just make those minors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Lesson finished.
Okay.
So easy.
Look, I guess for the people that I guess are watching, in the majority might be rock and roll guys who might be transitional musically.
Right. Yes. Very much. Very topical.
And when you when you approach the blues from that angle, it's usually a blues rock angle, and quite often the tonality isn't quite so important because you're ripping minor pentatonics over everything.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, which is great, and it's a real freedom. I guess the transitional players that you listen to at the time of that period you're playing is going to be your Gary Moores and all that kind of stuff, and your Rory Gallagher's a very rock orientated guy, so they use a very minorish sound but doesn't mean that the chords aren't a major type of chord. So let me explain that a bit better than what I just have. So
I'm hanging in there. Oh yes.
How good does it sound?
Oh, if you're wondering, Neil is on a Gibson ES339, courtesy of Jess Lowe, if you're watching. And I am playing a 2019 Gold Top. Gibson.
Sounds magic.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Continuing.
So say we're talking about the key of A, and normally it would be, A7.
Oh, yes.
And the only difference between A7 and A minor 7 for your minor blues is just one note.
Yes, that's right.
Major third, minor third. So basically your regular key of A would be A7, D7, and you'd be using your E7, your D7, and then your A7. Right? Minor version is basically all the same chords except you lower the third. Alright? And the same with the D7 chord, so I'm literally doing it,
Oh, right. Yeah, you're doing the proper third.
Yep. And then instead of E7, you do.
Yeah, cool.
Now the way I play those 4 and 5 chords
Yes.
Could depend on who else is playing chords in the band as well. So
you mean you're going a bit more treble friendly?
Yeah. So if there's an organist or someone like that playing higher notes from the chord, I'll sit down here and go.
So you've got the lower end going.
Right, or if another harmonic instrument like keyboard is doing all the stuff in the middle, I can. And then just here the D triangle for your D minor chord.
It's like a little F.
And if we're just going 5, 4, 1.
Oh.
Yep. So that's basically the two tonalities. So it's what we call the dominant tonality, which is we use all the 7 chords, which has the major bright third, or the minor tonality. So I'm getting used to this guitar. I've been playing a really chunky neck all week, and it's like, wow, this is really small. So that's that kind of like darker minor sound. And I guess when you're actually playing kind of blues rock kind of stuff, when there's really no concern for thirds at all, where it's just like,
Yes.
it's not minor or major,
No, that's true.
right? Which means you can. So I'm emphasizing the third there.
Yes.
But if you play that again, I don't have to do any. I can play minor thirds over it too, so which is irregular, which is AC/DC, Rose Tattoo.
Yep.
So it doesn't.
Cool.
So what will dictate what you do there
Yes.
is if the keyboardist or another harmonic instrument is playing, like minor chord. If it's definitely minor harmony, you can't play that bright sound, otherwise it sort of clashes with the. As you can hear, right?
Yes.
We've got
Very dissonant.
We've got Gibson, so we've got to tune them more often.
I knew the SG probably would have been a better choice, but that's all right. I'll come back.
New strings and all.
I'm going to leave it on.
So minor is a different vibe. In all of my set lists in Hawker Heights, I don't think I have one minor blues.
Wow.
Because I really like that kind of B.B. King kind of down home, That kind. It's got a little touch of country in it, so it's a bit rural.
Yes.
Okay, so
now, Neil, let's just quickly go over. If you're watching at home and you're thinking, what did Neil just play? That looked to me like, was that a combination of minor and major?
Minor and major pentatonic. So,
okay.
But that only works over a dominant chord. So,
right.
So as a rule, So it sounds a bit country. It sounds a bit more down home. So
that's cool.
But if you want to focus on the minor blues,
well, that's if you just go back to that really quickly. So you were playing, the major pentatonic mostly over that, just in the different positions.
Yep. But if you refer back to one video we did a while ago, I don't always see things as scalar and modal in blues. So I just see it as the pentatonic and all the great language and all the great licks of the greats.
Yes.
With extra flavors.
Okay.
So, minor pentatonic with a third added to it. Right. And then so already you've got a new flavor. And then I add the C. But I'm still playing around this area.
Right.
So that way I'm not thinking about jumping between different scales. I'm actually just playing it musically as well.
So would your advice be, Neil, everyone go and learn, say, A minor pentatonic and A major pentatonic together?
Yep.
But try and get out of playing in chunks.
In boxes.
Right,
Yes, I mean, you got... Oh, I got to think about it now.
Right. Right. So
but
you're
actually
all
on the same area.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
so play that stuff again, but try and get out of that area.
Okay, so I'll go up minor and down major.
Sure.
See if I don't screw this up.
All right. That's cool.
Right. So I know it in all positions. So knowing it in all positions, I know it all in one position.
Okay.
So and there's that old classic trick if you want to play the minor pentatonic. Right, down 1, 2, 3, 3 frets.
Yep. Gotcha.
It gives you the major pentatonic.
Right. So you're talking about this classic shape that everybody learns.
You just play it at another position. 4 frets down.
That's
right.
a good one.
Which is a cool trick, but it's you get your head around that trick and play it a lot. But it's for the long run, it's not terribly helpful to be thinking about I'm going to be minor now, I'm going to be major now, I'm going to be minor now. I'm just going to be minor and major in the same area.
And the reason why you can put both of them over an A7 is because the A7 is made up of a major and minor interval.
Yep.
Is that correct? Okay.
That's the most important thing, that third, that major third, the happy third. Right? So, I guess with soloing over minor stuff, if you understand that kind of dominant stuff really well, the minor stuff becomes fairly apparent. Because all you're really doing is knowing to avoid that major third. All right. So, if you're playing a... Very nice, That's an A minor 9 there with the open string.
Oh. Like that. That's sweet. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you chucked an F sharp. So why did you put an F sharp?
Okay,
Neil?
so...
Let's go. Let's go, Neil. I've got you now.
Because I can get away with it.
Because we're drinking Bensburg.
Shut up, that's what.
Let's talk drag. Because we're drinking Bensburg. Sure. If you have a question for Neil, now is the time to ask it. Continue on, Neil.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Is your mum on?
That's Joan Prentice down the bottom there. She's using her maiden name on Facebook.
Oh, hello, Joan Prentice.
All the way from Jervis Bay, New South Wales.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does she have a brother called
Apprentice. I've never made that joke to her before. There you go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
What was I saying?
If your last name is McCracken, I'll get you. Don't you worry.
Do not go there. And if your surname is Doon.
Don't worry. We're okay. We're okay. Okay.
So
you put an F sharp.
The F sharp. The 6.
Yes.
Okay. So a couple of ways of looking at a static minor chord. Let's not talk about all 3 chords. Just talk about the one chord. So if we talk, let's go up to the key of B.
Okay, yeah. Why not?
Because we're going to go there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing it.
So up in the 7th fret here, we've got some minor 7 chord here, or just a regular. It'll work over that too, but this is much nicer.
Yeah.
So what I did a moment ago was add the 6th note from the scale, which is, in this case, it's a G sharp.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When you play over the 1 chord, depending what's going on harmonically in the band, you can choose to emphasize that 6.
Oh, that's nice. That's super nice.
Yeah. So that just gives you an extra flavour, and the reason why that works is you're actually playing. Can we talk modes now?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
So
that's what people are here for.
Yep. Okay. It's really it's really at the end of the day a Dorian mode, which is the 2nd mode in the major scale. So Dorian mode is basically 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, natural 6th, flat 7.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Or if you want to look at it this way, it's a minor pentatonic with an extra 2 notes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
So you can do that. You're safe to do that. The more interesting way, sometimes that sounds a little bright in the minor key for me.
Okay.
But it depends on how you approach it. If you're doing,
that sounds nice.
It's an attitude thing.
I haven't quite got that attitude down.
So
if you're a beginner, goodbye. No.
Stay around.
No. Stay where you are. We're just taking. So Neil was saying we're taking that same minor pentatonic scale that everybody loves, but you're adding. So if I'm in B, let's talk tab. Let's go tab 7, 10, and normally it would be 7, 9, 7, 9, da 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 da. But we're adding in a 9. I don't want to bend, it'll go through.
Yeah.
A 9, and we're going back here.
Yeah,
6.
a 9 and a 6. Yeah.
And another 9 here.
Yeah.
It's dreamy.
Yeah. It's got a bit more of a, what would you say? It's a bit more abstract sounding. Or,
Yes.
What's
very
the other
cool.
word? Ambiguous.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Fusiony. Even. So
Very fusion.
so if it's a static A minor chord in the blues,
I love that little. It's a static B minor.
yeah, and all I'm really doing there is playing my pentatonic stuff and really kind of thinking about that 6. But sometimes the progression of certain songs move in a certain way that after about a minute of listening to the song, will train the listener's ear to sort of get used to hearing it a certain way. So when you go to play that 6, you know, sometimes it's more of a darker. It's
so that time. Wait a second, you played that.
flat 6, which is a natural minor.
Okay.
But I generally, when I'm playing a minor blues, I generally do not play this note at all.
Okay. That's interesting.
Only because it sort of takes you into that kind of transitioning rock player, flamenco-y, dark, bordering on hard rock metal kind of sound.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
I do if I'm playing a different gig to that, but like if I'm going for a certain sound.
If you were in a flamenco metal band.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It sounds... It's cool, but and a lot of players who are more jazz trained than I am will actually have those sort of notes sounding a little bit more from the fusion side of things as well, because it's what they've done with it.
So over a B minor, you're not going to play anything chromatic from...
Depends. I mean, like, yes, there's no rules, you know, like at the end of the day, there's no rules. But if I'm going to be really obviously scalar about it, no.
Yeah.
Because it just sounds like someone who's played the blues for a while, but they've just learnt this new scale and they're kind of cramming it into the improv.
I know someone like that. He's sitting right here. Allow myself to introduce myself.
Cram it in.
Now, Neil. Let me just have a look at the crowd. Customer audience participation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kenneth Lyons is on from Brisbane. I used to go to uni with Kenneth.
Hi, Kenneth.
Kenny. Michael Ray says yes, subtitles. Yes, Michael Webb. You know, Michael Webb used to be in Rod Stewart's band.
Yeah, I think I knew this. Yeah.
I say it every time he's on. I milk it for all it's worth. We're going to like that. Adam Buckley is my cousin. He is in Brisbane. John Bonici, top stuff, guys. Okay. All right.
Oh, Bonici.
Alan Leslie, do you know him?
Any relation to Tony, the bass player who plays in country bands, who I've probably never met. I've met once in real life, but he's a Facebook friend. Hi, Tony.
Alan is the Geordie shredder. That's that Alan. He's drinking.
Yeah.
John Prentice. Joan Prentice.
Oh, that's my mum.
That's the mum.
Yep.
Top guy, that Neil Boland. Alan Leslie, is Neil
Thanks,
drunk
Mum.
yet? Not yet.
Give me time.
Now, Neil, if we come... Okay, so let's take a song like The Thrill Is Gone. Now, okay, explain to me, I can understand why it's in the key of B minor. So it goes B minor and it goes to E minor. Does that make sense? That's like a 1-4 sort of thing.
Yep.
And then it goes to G major 7.
Yep.
What's going on? So, what's happened?
Simple way of explaining it is what it is.
Okay.
It just sounds good. Someone wrote it that way.
I knew you were here.
So,
For a reason?
you know, G major 7. We're talking about the turnaround. So normally in a blues, the turnaround would be 5, 4, 1, which might be in a lot of other minor blues songs. We just... Right? But in The Thrill Is Gone and probably many other kind of like minor blues tunes, it will actually, instead of going 5 to 4, we'll go up a step to here on the 10th fret and play a G major 7 type chord.
Yes.
And then like a F sharp 7. That's it. Yeah, you got the changes. Yeah. Yep. And back to 1.
So why is he chucking? Is he just chucking in the F sharp 7 to get back to the 1?
Yeah.
Sort of, it's like a 5 to 1 thing.
It still is a 2-5-1.
Okay.
So jazz terminology, 2-5-1, 2 chord to the 5 chord and then back to the 1 to finish the song. 2 chord in minor key is more often than not going to be. Is everyone ready for this?
Yeah.
Half diminished.
I'm not ready for that, man.
Right.
Hang on. Wait 1 second. Okay,
let me do it in fret numbers. I'll do it in fret numbers. It's really easy to get around.
Oh,
so
okay.
Let me
I'm
go.
ready for it.
Let's go up to what is it? Fret 9.
Okay. Okay. So right. Yep.
Fret 9 on the D and G strings as well. So it's a minor 7 chord at this point.
Yep.
Right. But with this finger here, we're going to play fret 8. Which is half diminished.
Ooh.
And then you normally go to...
Right.
Yeah, what you're doing there. And then back to minor 1.
Right.
So, very common turnaround. All the G majors...
So that's a C sharp diminished.
C sharp half diminished.
Half diminished.
Yes.
Oh,
minor 7 flat
like
5 as they call it.
Right. Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yep,
right,
yep,
right,
yep,
right.
yep.
Okay. I got you. Oh, that's cool.
And then right? But all that G major 7 chord is like a substitution for that chord. So you got this one. Instead of playing this one, they go.
Okay, so explain to me. So does that mean I can play? Sorry, folks, we're getting a little bit out of control here, but I like it. Does that mean over a C sharp half diminished, I can play a G major scale? If you're substituting.
In this case, yes.
Wow. Okay.
In this case, yes.
All right, there's a link I never knew.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
But you could also just keep playing B minor pentatonic over the whole lot.
Wow.
So if you got. And again. Whoops. So there's really mostly just minor pentatonic going on there, but it's the chords making the melody sound great.
So what were you changing? Okay, so over the... Okay. All right. Hang on, everyone. Hold it. Panda, calm down. Is she still alive? It's technically... Okay, she's breathing.
Oh my God.
Sometimes, Neil, we get a little mirror
Have you
and
seen
we hold it in front of her face.
Have you seen the Richard Pryor movie Moving?
Many years ago.
When they go to move house, the last thing they got to check is to put the mirror under the dog's nose to see if it's still alive.
Well, that's what we do here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were doing that earlier, but she's still alive. Okay, so far, the thrill is gone. Can you hear that siren?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for Alan.
Is it?
It's always about this time on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, right.
He's not here this afternoon. He's at the Rialto with Toby Mitchell. They live in the same building. Yeah, I know. Alan will tell you about.
I already made reference to him in my Instagram story, my Instagram live video today. But I didn't say his name.
You know he has 50,000 followers on Instagram.
I bet he does.
He does. It's insane. So over the B minor and to an E minor.
Yeah.
What are you? So we're playing the Thrill Is Gone.
Yep.
What are you playing over?
Okay.
Are you just sticking to a B minor pentatonic over the lot?
Still doing what I normally do.
Right.
But I guess I'm not thinking theoretically. I'm just dipping into my influences a little bit. So I play the way Albert King would play it, or I play the way Robin Ford would play the same information that everyone else knows. So Robin Ford would be, when it goes to the
to the E minor.
Just ignoring it.
Right.
But then maybe Albert King, if you want to dig in a little bit more, it'd be like on any chord.
Oh. Oh, that's sweet. And what do you play over the chains?
All the same.
Oh, play the wrong chord.
You can do that too. But,
you can. Oh, yeah.
So
right.
I guess it's I'm not thinking theoretically. When you go to that E minor chord, yes. that G note is there. So that's something that's outside of the pentatonic.
Right. Yes.
So yes,
that's the one you were saying you don't want to play now.
I don't, but when it gets to the 4 chord, you can reference it.
All right. Sorry. Put your hand up if you're getting lost. We will come back. Okay, so Thrill Is Gone, B minor, sort of sticking to B minor pentatonic, B blues. What was the Albert King thing? Is that just... Are you in that... Okay, oh wow.
It's actually quite a tricky bend. You hear Stevie Ray Vaughan doing it all the time. So you're basically going up to your 4th note in the pentatonic up here, classic box position when you get up. And you're bending it up a whole tone. And then, without releasing it back down fully, you're using your 2nd finger to bend the major 3rd up.
Oh.
Beyond this note here.
Oh.
So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you need a bit of strength behind there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You hear it on, you know where you hear that
Can't quite nail
besides
that.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's records, but you hear Stevie Ray Vaughan doing it a lot on David Bowie's Let's Dance.
Ooh.
You can hear it. You can hear him doing the Albert King licks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Almost.
I mean that's
Trying,
just
folks.
language,
Trying hard.
and that would also work over a dominant.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing there? You're bending up a tone to the blue?
I think I'm kind of like bending the third closer to the fourth. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You
That
know it
sounds
when you
good.
get there, and you
Alright.
know it when you're past it.
I'm just going to stretch this G string out.
Yeah.
Always a problem.
That's what she
My
said.
whole life. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, Mum. I can't help it.
But so on that 4 chord, yes, you can refer to that note that I said that I hardly play, but I'm subtle with it, you know.
Right.
So when it goes to the 4 chord, so when it goes to that, yeah.
Okay. And then... So, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I see
so
what you're
you
doing.
can. So I'm just picking a note out of the chord that's not normally part of the scale to emphasise it. That's pretty much it.
All
Same
right,
goes for
When he plays that change,
yeah.
the G major 7
Yeah.
to the F sharp 7. What are you doing there? Are
So-
you following those chords?
Sort of. I make reference to it.
Yeah.
Again, this is a substitute for the 2 chord,
Yeah.
so I can do a minor 2/4.
Hold on, killer. All right. Now I'm lost.
Yeah. It's probably something for a very long video to do
Oh,
this.
wow.
But
Okay.
basically over that chord,
So over the G major 7, Thriller's gone, folks.
I can play like a very jazzy arpeggio here. So it's 9, 12,
Yeah.
10,
Right, you're putting a C. Okay.
9, 11.
Wow. Okay.
So I can do that because that's the minor 7 flat 5. Whoops.
Wow.
But Robin Ford would actually literally just he would just pick little notes out of that major 7 chord. You know, like he's
Right.
more like. And then go to the 5 chord, and then while he's there,
What are you playing over that?
that's an altered scale. So that's basically all of the notes from outside of that chord, basically.
Aren't you glad you tuned in?
Yeah, sorry guys, it's really hard to
Because-
explain that.
So you wouldn't play, because for F sharp for me, I would just play like a B major scale or something.
Easy way of getting around with it.
Okay.
When you get to the
Alright.
5 chord,
Yes.
don't worry about all the outside notes and all the fancy name scales.
Yes,
That
sir.
stick to your minor pentatonics again.
Oh yeah. Okay. I like that. Ooh.
Emphasise the 3rd.
Oh yes. Very clever.
Yep.
That again. That was kind of cool.
So
Ooh.
just pick one note that's outside of the scale that is in that chord at that moment and emphasise it.
That's
in
sweet.
this case, it happens to be the 3rd, which is one of the strongest notes that you can pick.
And it goes back.
Wrong.
That sounded cool though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm liking all the notes now after the Bent Spoke beer.
People at home are completely
I
sober,
like
by
the
the way.
12 notes.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. So, so you got your.
Okay.
So there's your major 7 chord. This is the way I
G
play
major
it.
7, folks.
Yeah, I like it like
Yep.
this way.
Oh, boo, ooh. Wow.
So it's
okay.
the under the bridge version.
Oh, right,
Major
right,
7.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Except I leave the 5th out.
I'll put it in.
So I'll just play those notes,
Oh, that's sweet.
and that's just pentatonic.
Hey, you know what I just realised? If you're playing B minor pentatonic, those notes are Straight out of G major.
But if instead of playing them as a scale, you play them as a chord. Whoop.
Yeah. Oh. That's cool.
And then if you want to go to the 5 chord.
Oh, yep. Oh, there's that special major third out of the F sharp.
Yeah, so when it comes to this stuff, like, and it's the same in the dominant blues as well, is that there's a certain amount of language that is. I prefer to play the language than the scales. So the language meaning all the phrases and stuff that I've ripped off the greats, and I like to combine those to make something that I do, you know. Yeah. And I try and make that a good percentage of the attitude. And then the rest of it is going, okay, there's this one chord in this whole progression where I can actually just pull this one note out of it in the improv and just add it.
Okay. I have a question for you. If you only had, this is a completely ridiculous question, Neil, because you know all the scales. But if you only had the minor pentatonic, say you're starting out, you've got that one shape, and you go to a jam or whatever, and it's like the thrill is gone, and you know the chords. How can you just use that one shape, but move it around to make it seem a bit more than it is?
Real straightforward way of doing it. It's a classic blues player thing. Is when the chords change, you play the root note of that chord on beat 1. So,
okay. So if I play the B minor, you're, and then I go to the E minor. Now what would you do over the G major? Ooh. F sharp. What did you do over the G major there? Was that still just an...
Oh, I did something completely wrong actually.
Sounded good.
I actually ignored it and played over the 5 chord instead. So
Neil, it's blues with Neil. It's not jazz music.
I know. Yeah, it's hard to explain without kind of maybe just breaking these things down into little tiny things and almost going insane with it before you actually.
Well, say you just had that shape. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah.
All right. So over the B, you'd play the root. Right? And over the E minor, would you? Okay. But would you go up here and take that shape?
No, I wouldn't be on it. And then when it goes to the G.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I see. So you're sitting in the B minor pentatonic. You're just highlighting.
Local.
Hey, hello. And highlighting the change notes.
Shop locally. Yes.
Shop locally.
Yes.
Ease up on the toilet paper.
Please.
Did I show you, mate? You know I went to... Oh, sorry.
You've now just immortalised this in your video collection on socials
I know.
Now. Yeah.
I bought my 2 bags yesterday. The man at Coles said, I'll tell you an inside scoop. Come back at 2:30. I was like, gotcha.
Under his coat.
Here you go. There were people lining up for toilet paper.
My God.
And I like the toilet, and I like a lot of toilet paper. As Alan will tell you over and over again. But, you know, I don't need that much toilet paper. Jesus, it's crazy.
No, it's crazy.
Neil, let me have a look who's on. Alan Leslie is still on. I don't know what she's up to. Janine Marshall, she is my technical advisor for video and videography and podcasting. So she missed this. She obviously missed this morning's episode where I deliberately silenced Nigel for 10 solid minutes.
Yep.
So I've been shout out to Janine. She
Janine.
does I don't know what she does. She does like I think she runs the ABC or something. I don't know. It's something like that.
Just
Rick
does that.
Wong is
Rick.
on. We were just talking about you. Do you know Jess Lowe? Well, guess what Neil is playing? He's playing Jess Lowe's guitar. There we are. Rick Wong. Okay, I got a question for you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Is Rick Wong a better guitar player or a better doctor? Go.
I've never been to him for medical services, so I can't say.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Rick Wong, I drove Neil Boland out of Ivanhoe with my raucous guitar noises.
You know what? When I was living there, I did hear drums sometimes.
He doesn't even live in Ivanhoe as well. Hello.
I used to hear drums, but I never heard Rick, which is surprising.
Is that maybe that's his buddy, young Bryce, out there drumming away. Barry Johnson. that sounds beautiful.
Thanks,
Which
Barry.
part, Barry? Which part? And Evan Lloyd is on. I used to work with Evan.
Evan?
When I had a normal job at the ANZ. Until they retrenched me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was going like this.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
Neil, should we finish out with a little bit of Thrill Is Gone? I can play some Thrill Is Gone rhythm.
Yep.
Maybe you can take those ideas and show the folks
Yep.
a little bit of, and do whatever you want to do. They'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'll probably just play the blues.
Let's play the blues. So you can basically just sit. What does BB do over that?
Very little.
Okay.
You know, like he's got his sweet spot phrases on the neck where he's got, where he sounds the best, and he's got these great licks. Yeah. He's got his again, he's got his language, but it's minor pentatonic, which is the way BB does it.
Okay.
And then if Gary Moore was to do it, would have been minor pentatonic the way he does it, or
So it's mainly sticking.
Yeah. The only other thing he might do is and Robin Ford's a big fan of this too, over minor chords, he will bend that ninth.
Oh, okay. So you're bending this one?
Yeah, because I mean, the majority of B.B. King's music is a dominant, bright-sounding blues,
Right.
as well. But it's funny because that song is probably one of his most famous.
Yes.
It's a minor blues.
Yeah.
But you can still hear a little bit of that bright, down-home kind of language in his playing and that, but he makes it work.
I love him. I loved him.
too.
Did you ever see him?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to see him in the early 2000s, probably around about 2004, the last tour he did here. Rod
With
Laver Arena.
U2?
No.
Toured with U2. This was on his own.
No, this was a B.B. King and his orchestra
Okay.
gig at Rod Laver Arena of all places.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
pretty cool. He was struggling at that point already physically and everything. Like he was, wheelchair to the edge of the stage and then walk up and he was fine. And he was already doing seated gigs at that point, but sounded phenomenal.
Still a great player.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about my trip to Zaire in 1974 to see BB?
No, this is starting to sound like a Norman Mailer book.
Norman Mailer was there. We were hanging out.
Yep.
That brown guitar, the walnut guitar that he's playing now, that was a Guitar Colonel guitar. But that's for another show. I don't want to go on about that. It's just
Tune in next week.
That's how long I've been around for.
Yeah.
That's why I'm grey. Neil, play us out with a little bit of
Okay.
Thrill Is Gone. I'll see if I can remember the rhythm. Oh, I might play. Should I go do? Yeah, let's do it.
So I'll start with an obvious B.B. King lick.
Sweet. Minor blues, haven't done it for a while.
simple, you know. Yeah, simple as possible.
I'm sweating like baby. That was awesome, man. That was incredible. I didn't even want to ask about what you were doing, but the simple stuff, I kind of understood that right at the end.
Yeah.
Well, you were really playing outside at one point or another, and then bringing it back in. So what were you?
Maybe a bit of pentatonic side slipping.
Ooh, what's that? Oh, like a James Muller sort of thing.
Yeah, but like about 1% of the way you can do it.
I don't know about that.
James,
he is rather flash. Man. I haven't had him in for a while, if you're watching.
James,
Neil,
pop by.
I'd like to say a special thank you, as I always do. And I hope we've helped some people out there with minor blues, a little bit of BB stuff. But what's your lasting piece of advice? Let's go beginner level. You want to play over a song like that?
Play what you know. You know, play what you know. Get into it deep, and explore all possibilities within what you know as much as you can, and then just introduce little things as you go.
There you are.
Don't worry about trying to cram in mode 6 in bar 4. You know?
Yeah. Mode 6. Now, Neil, where can people go and see you?
Okay, so
come into Melbourne.
Yep. Thank you for the opportunity to plug this, by the way.
It's all good.
I had a monthly residency that I got started,
and
it started the other week. It's called. I have a band called Hawker Heights, and it comes in a few different configurations. Sometimes a 4 or 5 piece, sometimes all the horns. But this gig is a residency with trio, so it's either going to be with the Hammond organ combo, or with the bass player with Craig Strain. And it's once a month at a venue called Miss Moses in Sydney Road in Brunswick.
Brunswick?
Yep, last Wednesday of the month for 6 months.
Okay,
and
that's great.
It's
amazing.
It's the trio playing my stuff,
yes.
But the 4th member every month is an invite-only special guest.
Now, who did you have the other week?
We had the wonderful Justin Yap on the Les Paul guitar.
Justin Yap. I've seen him. He's a fair slugger.
Man, he can play. He's very cool. Derek Trucks influenced Fraser.
Right.
So very down-home country rock, but really sweet blues guy. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify his style because it's more than that. But thank you, Justin. It was a really great gig, a really cool gig.
We love you, Justin. I've got to get him on. I'm friends with him on Facebook now. He's probably thinking, who is this person? But
probably wants to sell me guitars or something.
It's the hard sell. That's what we're all about here. I'll lure him in with a picture of Panda.
And the next one on March 25th is.
Have you got a special guest?
Yes, every month is a different one. So I've got a calendar of them that I'm not revealing until.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. So the next one is Jimmy Ferguson. He's a keyboardist from a Melbourne band called Fools, and also he's in a band called Doc Halibut as well.
Okay, I've heard of Doc Halibut.
But Fools is like a big Tedeschi Trucks type band.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
All right.
Phenomenal band. Some of Melbourne's best musicians are in that band, so I'm going to get one of them at a time, I reckon, to come in and play with me.
Tasty.
So that'll be Jimmy Ferguson on the keyboards and Craig Strain on bass.
Very nice.
And the following month, I cannot remember. I have to check my own calendar.
Are you doing some lessons, Neil? Where can people go get lessons from Neil?
Blues Guitar Snacks on Instagram, which I'm about to start putting more content onto again. So it's free stuff. If they want to hit me up for lessons, I'll probably more so do it I don't really do them as a rule generally, but like if people want to come and say, hey, I play blues and I want to figure out some of the things that you're doing in the blues, we'll come and do a little plan of like say 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
And we'll go through some stuff that you can use forever, that kind of thing. So hit me up on the messenger on Hawker Heights.
Hawker Heights.
On Facebook.
Everywhere, Facebook.
And then with Pickpocket with the Funk Group, which I've done none of that at all, haven't I? I play a different style of guitar in that band. It's very snarky puppy and I guess 70s fusion and all that kind of stuff.
That was my daughter yelling out the abuse from the audience. She was like, play Frozen, play Moana. I'm like, Take it easy, kid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that's why I left early. Had to get her out of there. I can't take her anywhere.
Bye.
Neil, a customary handshake.
Yes, and thank you for coming to the pickpocket gig the other week too. Yes.
I told you I would make it after 10 years of promising.
Yeah, and there's a gig out in Spotswood that's starting soon, hopefully.
All right, what's going on out there?
A food festival at the base of the Westgate Bridge.
Wow.
In a big empty lot there.
I love that.
I think it's once a week or once a month, and they're getting different bands into play and pickpockets in the queue.
It's very Melbourne.
Yeah.
Food festivals.
Yeah.
Chuck it under a bridge and put Neil in. It's definitely worth going to. Thanks, Neil. It's
No worries.
awesome, man.
Thanks for having me.
I'll put everything in the comments below.
It's a gift for you, by the way.
Have you got your own pick? It's even... You got it made out to me. It says, "Dear Colonel."
It's got about 500 words in there.
I love you. And it's got every member of Pickpocket signed it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil. That's very special. It's
in
got
special Megadeth typeface as well.
Well, I was going to say, in the only colour that matters, and that's maroon.
Oh, see, I call that Melbourne Storm purple.
Oh my God! All right, well, half the team's Queenslanders, in case you didn't know.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Thanks for tuning in. If I didn't say hello, Rob Manger, beautiful music. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, Neil's kind of cool. And if you're listening to us somewhere, please leave a review, iTunes, whatever. Subscribe on YouTube. We're everywhere now, Neil. We're everywhere.
Just
Be an
smash
elevator.
that. You know what they
soon.
say on YouTube? Smash that bell icon.
Smash the bell.
Smash the bell icon.
Yeah,
Get
smash the bell.
notifications.
You know, I just thought of something.
The bell icon is just here, I think, on YouTube.
Oh.
So it's just about there.
Okay.
Just eat the phone home.
I'm going to be the first vodcast that does elevators. Yeah, elevator music. Why not a little bit of a podcast?
Sorry, can I just say one thing before we go? I've started a podcast, and it's going to start releasing. I'm going to start releasing episodes very soon. I've interviewed 3 people.
I think Sir Nigel was one. Is that right?
Yeah, so I interviewed him about his day job because he's been a mystery to me, and
he's a mystery.
He's had a very interesting professional life. It's really interesting. Some cool stuff that he's done.
Started as a
agile workspace.
Absolutely. He started as a wrestler. Did you know that?
No.
Yes,
he didn't mention that. We spoke for an hour and a half.
Nigel, send Neil the picture.
Yep.
He was a wrestler in New Zealand.
And I've also interviewed Steve Magnuson, jazz guitarist, as well.
Yes, sir.
And I've interviewed a lady called
He's good.
Sarah Hamilton from Ditto Digital Music Distribution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who knows a lot about Spotify and things like that as well. So it's called Guitars and Arts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I didn't know
keep an
about
eye
that.
out
That's
on
cool.
Hawker Heights, where I'll be cross-flogging that.
Oh, man. Send Steve Magnuson. I don't think I've ever met him.
Lovely
want
guy.
to.
Really sweet guy.
Yeah.
A monstrous guitar player.
A monster.
Yeah.
So many monsters here in Melbourne, and yet not enough. And with that, we're out of here. Bye, folks.
See you
Thanks
guys.
for tuning in. 3, 2, 1.